Hello, how's everyone doing? Well, today you join me on the banks of the River Swale. I've never fished this stretch before, so I think I'm just going to target Chub. It's June the 17th. Yesterday was the opening day on the rivers for the UK Coarse season in England. So they've been shut since March the 15th, but I didn't bother going down yesterday, the 16th on opening day. Them days are behind me of being on the rivers at midnight. So I let the crowds get out the way and I've popped down. This is a brand new stretch to me. It's on Thirsk Angling Club's book. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to film all this because it's a bit of a last minute thing, the filming. I didn't bring my chest thing, I haven't brought my head, and I do have a bank stick with a attachment on it, so it might just be a case if I do get a fish on, if we're lucky enough, I'll start recording. Otherwise I might just pop you on the bank, and when I catch a fish I'll just show you the fish and that. So it might not be riveting, might not catch it all. Right, I'm going to get a little bit of breadcrumb put in and a few little micro pellets just to bait it up while I'm setting my gear up. And I'll talk to you in a bit. So I've put the mic somewhere. I don't know where I've put it, but we're in anyway. So there we go. And we're just over on the edge of them bushes over there, that tree line. So, fingers crossed, Mr. Chub's going to play ball. Otherwise it's going to be a very short video or no video at all. So I've just moved a little bit further up the bank because I brought my super light chair and the legs aren't very long on it, so I was sat all a bit forward and I don't fancy sitting like that for hours. So I've moved up and everything felt on top of me as well, so I've moved up the bank. I made myself a little bit more comfy there, look. So I've got everything to hand and I'm not sat on top of everything there. And the rod's probably in a better position to fish straight down to them lines there. So while we're here I'll just show me setup. So I'm using the Coarse Neoteric rod with the one set. I've got two of these. They both come with a 2.2 test curve and sorry, they both come with a 2.2 and a 175. I've got the 175 test curve on. This is 8-pound fluorocarbon onto a hair rig with just a halibut pellet. I brought some cheese paste as well. I fish a very, very long line, as you can see there, just down to a lead that's on a clip and the line on a quick change swivel, and that's attached to a 15-pound Daiwa hyper sensor, which is a low diameter line. So yeah, but it's a really good line. Right, let's get put back in. Now I've moved. Hopefully we might see something. So you know, I said I couldn't find my mic. You lot probably seen it, didn't you? It's on there. I'm a lot more comfortable here now. It's no good fishing when you're uncomfortable and you're on top of yourself and you're cramped in. You don't fish efficiently when you're like that, really, because you're that preoccupied with trying to keep yourself comfortable. I've got the bait runner on, switched on the reel, which means that it free spills basically. So if a fish was to take the bait, because it's on a hair rig, the fish will pick up the pellet, it'll suck the hook into its mouth, it'll feel the prick and then it'll bolt. It'll feel the prick of the hook, now, and it'll bolt off. But because I've got the reel on a free runner, it's able to take line, and you can normally hear the reel go zzz. That's what everybody wants to hear. But so far, not even a tap. I'll show you. Hopefully. Hopefully you can see the end of my rod up there. Where missus, stop it. Pack that in. It looks like rain as well, which isn't forecast. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. Right. This could be a video just full of me waffling if nothing turns up, won't it? I might try wrap it in cheese paste in a bit, because I've been feeding breadcrumbs. So it's not just a winter bait, cheese paste. It's a good all year round bait, especially for the chub. Anyway, I'll bring you back if anything magical happens. It's a lovely looking stretch of river, this, like. I'm not quite sure how long Thirsk have had it, but I don't know if it's just a new. I know a few years ago nobody had it. Well, a club did have it, but I'm not sure which club it was. And then they lost it. And Thirsk have had it. So I think they've only had it a few years. Maybe it's less. Who knows? Yeah, anyway, this time, normally, this early in the season, as in the very start, I would normally fish natural baits, because since last March, when the rivers have been untouched, so not last March, March gone, the fish have obviously, nobody's been introducing pellets and artificial baits basically, so the fish will have been feeding predominantly, there's a word, predominantly on natural baits, worms, slugs, insects that are falling into the water, etc. So normally I would fish worm and maggot, but I didn't get to the tackle shop and it was a last minute decision to come today, so they were shut. I mean, it's only 7:30 now and I've been here about an hour and a half so far, so I got here quite early, because where I live, if you set off any late, you hit all the rush hour traffic on what's called the A19 flyover, and it's a nightmare, it's just backed up. So it's best to either wait till it clears, which is around about 9:30, which would then see me getting here about 10:30, or leave well before the rush hour starts. It starts getting busy there from about 7:30 onwards. Oh, there's an egret there. I don't know if the camera picked that up. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, probably hasn't picked that up. Two white egrets there flying over. That's nice to see. Yeah, so I set off early, but I mean, it's not like a commercial pond where people are constantly putting in artificial baits. Normally the rivers are left alone. Some people might come down a few days before or a week before and start putting a bait into the favourite swim. But it's always a gamble, that, because then you don't know on the day. Obviously you could have put in all the hard work of pre-baiting the swim and you turn up on the morning and somebody else is sat in your swim catching fish from all your hard work. So yeah, it's always a gamble. So I only had some pellets, so that's what pellets, a bit of breadcrumb and some cheese paste. So that's what I'm gonna fish with. So I've just put a new pellet on and I've wrapped it in some cheese paste. I wish there was smell-o-vision. This stuff stinks. And all it is bread crumb. You put bread, it's just a loaf of bread liquidised. This isn't all of it, by the way. I've got some more in the freezer. You get about 3 or 4 big balls out of a loaf of white bread. I always cut the crusts off as well. I just think it makes it a bit nicer. But yeah, so I liquidise that and I buy some cheap blue Stilton cheese. I put that into the liquidiser with the bread, liquidise it all up, and it'll start rolling into like a big ball. And before I put the Stilton as well, I put loads of garlic powder in it. So you can imagine with the Stilton and the garlic powder, that absolutely hums. But it's quite soft at the moment, obviously because it's warm. But I'm hoping it'll stiffen up in the water. But if not, that's going to put a fantastic scent trail in to the water, and hopefully something will hone in on it. But we don't know, like I say, I've never ever fished this stretch. I have no idea what the stockings or levels are like, but I mean, it's the swale. There's chub all over the swale, so I'm not sure what the barbel are like up here, but I would imagine there might be the odd one or two. But the swale normally fishes better off later into the evening for barbel. But chub, you know, you can normally pull a chub out, it says, famous last words. Right, so that's my tactic at the moment. You've got to be very patient as well. River fishing is a completely different ball game to fishing on a pond. I've brought lads who've fished commercials and never fished a river, and on a commercial, within 10-15 minutes, if they haven't got a fish on, you see that kingfisher? Oh, I hope they'll have been too quick. Kingfisher, that's egret's kingfisher. Yeah, and that's it. They're like, oh God, when are we getting a bite? They'll get very, very bored very, very quickly. No, you can wait hours. Wait hours on a river for a fish to come by and get one. Normally, you move from peg to peg, but I've had a quick look along here and I can't really see any. These pegs, don't get me wrong, but this looks the most comfortable, and I can get down just over there if I just, hopefully will this spin round a little bit, I don't know. I've made a little landing stage down there anyway. I'll just loosen this so I can turn you to show you. So down there, he says, I've got my landing net ready and everything, and I can just get down onto the edge there. And if a fish we do get a fish, I can hopefully land it down there, and I've got my unhook and mat. I'll just put it here and we can have a look. Have a look together, hopefully. Together. Yeah, I don't know what I was waffling on about. Look at all of these sand martins as well. I think the sand martins are normally nesting to the side of the bank. It's a beauty of fishing. You just sat here on your own. You see tons of wildlife. Yeah, it was nice to see the kingfisher fly down there. You wouldn't have seen it. They're too fast. You'd just be a electric blue shot past. But yeah. Right, well, it's just gone 9 o'clock. Still nothing. I'm fishing a lot further down the swim now, just in case the loose offerings I've been cattying in are going further down the swim than I think. I did see a fish topping. It was either a perch going for fry, maybe a jack, pike, a chub, you never know. But yeah, at least I know that there's something of some size here. See, if I'd have brought maggot or worm, I'd have caught everything that's going. But perch, you're not going to take the cheese paste or pellet. It's not unheard of, but it's very, very rare. You're not targeting them with them baits. Well, with the bait I'm using. I'll turn you around, show you where I'm at. So now, I don't know if you can see that little green, lighter green bit of willow. You probably can't, sticking out the river, but I'm down. I'm down there now. But conditions-wise, really, they're ideal. The river's carrying a little bit of a great big heron there. A little bit I am seeing all these birds, by the way. The river's carrying a little bit of colour. I know you can see blue behind me, but it's overcast. So really, it's ideal conditions. But I'm going to say I've got the wrong bait for this early in the season. I'm not going to be here very long, maybe another couple of hours and that'll be it. I might have a little wander and have a look at the other pegs and everything. So. Right. So I've just reeled in a bit, so let's go and have a... Which way around can you see or not see? Sun's starting to come through now, which isn't ideal, but I've reeled in for now. Just going to have a little walk along the bank with you, and we'll have a look at some other swims. So that's where I am at the moment. It is a very, very long stretch, this. I think it's a couple of at least a couple of mile, I think. If we just go up onto the top of the embankment. So where I'm parked is behind that house there. There's like a pull in, and there's a gate there with a sign on saying Thirsk Angling Club. Yeah, so you can get along the embankment. You can go through this other gate here as well. It's all Thirsk's water. But basically what I've been fishing is from that point there, and then I've been all the way down to the end is where I dropped it in last time. It's been a while since I've been out fishing properly, and a few things I've forgotten, like obviously I brought my raincoat, but I've left my Polaroid glasses in the car, so with them you stand a better chance of seeing what's under the water, or you'll see, you get a better idea. Yeah. So there was sheep in here earlier. You can go right along there. Please close the gate. Does that look like a bull in the field? I can't see one. Let's have a quick look along here. Yeah, always make sure you close gates after you've used them. Little look along, see what the pegs are like this side. Because obviously the river's low at the moment, so normally you'd be sat on the bank with not a problem, you know, there wouldn't be such a drop to the water. But luckily I've got a very long landing net handle. He's a peg here, so I've obviously been along and numbered them. This is peg number 7. See, sometimes if I'm not on an experimental, I'll start way down the stretch, and then as the day goes on I'll be moving up, maybe spending an hour in each swim and just working my way back towards the car. But as you can see, I don't know, probably looks a bit flatter on the camera, but it's quite a steep bank really. I don't know where exactly you would be getting in. Oh, there's there. There's quite a bit of a clamber down there, like. You can see there. So maybe he's down there, but it doesn't look too good. So they use pegs here if you want to sort of get in and maybe it's not be the most comfortable, but you probably get the rewards for going into these pegs. So I can see cows in the other field down there. Right, so I'm going to have a look back up the other way, so I'll switch it off for now. All I'm doing, I'm going to go back through that gate and up towards the bridge and have a look at them pegs with a view to move them for the last hour or so. So there's me there, that's where we've just been through that gate. So I'm walking back on ourselves now. There was a sheep over there with a couple of its little ones with its lambs. Managed to get under the barbed wire. They've just made their way across that little thing there. Luckily they didn't they didn't slip and fall in, which sadly does happen, and they end up getting themselves stuck in the water, and then they tire themselves trying to get out. They can't get out, and unfortunately they die. And a bundle of joy. So, have a look at these down here. See, up by the bridge, which I'll probably show you as we go back to the car, it is faster water and there's an island. Now, if you go underneath the bridge, there's a couple of pegs there, but they are opposite Middlesbrough Angling Club's bridge pegs as well. So really, if I went there, peg 5, if I was to turn up there and there was a lad from Middlesbrough Club fishing opposite me, I think I'd just leave him to it. I don't think it's very fair to sit opposite him if he was there before me, because that is a cracking peg. That I could have went and fished it, but I wanted to explore the unknown, because I've fished the bridge pegs on when I was in Middlesbrough, and it is a cracking peg. I think one day I had 15 chub out of that peg. It is fast water, you wouldn't think they're there, but they are. So I've left that today, because I know it's not always about, it is about catching, but not always. You can see here this water coming round. That's what's coming around the faster bit. See, the problem we've got here is it just all screams chub, doesn't it, that far bank? Because they love the cover, and there's tons of it the whole of the side of the bank really. It's all the way along. But this would probably be a good place, because I can imagine them sitting underneath these bushes here, waiting for this food to come round and down off this crease, and just coming in and out the bushes to grab it. But again, you're quite far up off the water there, so yeah, it's quite a drop. You know, it's more for landing them. Could be just a bit awkward. I don't know, maybe I'll look at that. Maybe I'll have a clamber down and have a look. So there's a bit of a track down to it. Very sandy, so I'm hoping that I don't fall or get attacked by sand martins if they're nesting in this bank. Is it doable? Yes. See me going arse over tit here, even though it's dry. That looks like a safe way to get round. Whoop. I can feel the heat of that sun now. So I don't mind fishing up a bank as long as you've got at least somewhere where you can climb down and get in. But it is beautiful, isn't it? I was hoping we might have surprised a chub or something sitting in the edge. Right, I'm not going to catch fish while me rod's out the water, am I? Stop it. Let's get back down to where I'm fishing. I've just switched you on because I thought he had a little knock on the rod tip. I thought it just did a little tick, tick, ding, ding, like that, sometimes it's a little telltale sign that they're picking it up and mouthing it and playing with it, and then before they take it. But I don't even know if you can see that rod tip. I won't know till I get home and look at the footage myself. But it normally happens when you've got a cuppa. It either normally screams off as you're pouring a brew and your hands are full, or you're just about to pick it up and put it, or you're in your bag looking for something. We'll see. I'll give it a couple of minutes to develop. If nothing doesn't develop, obviously I'll cut it off here. Yeah, so that's us leaving. Coming up to, I think it's like 10:30. Yeah, 10:30. And just like wild camping, always have a good check around and make sure that you've not left anything. It is easy to do. So I've had a good check and there's nothing there, so make our way back to the car, and we'll have a look at the bridge. We'll have a look at the bridge pegs, which is the best side. I don't really know, everything just looks dark to me on that screen, so I'm not sure. Oof. They're heavier than I thought, these bags. I can remember them being heavy. It's a little bit lighter than when I first come down, because I'm rid of some, it's there, got wind, it wants to come up. Got rid of some of the, got rid of some tea, some crumb, a few pellets, but yeah, right, let's go and have a look at the bridge. So that's the gate that you go to get through, and look, I didn't realise that, but you can buy day tickets online as well there. So there's the gate, and that's obviously just the embankment there, but we were up by the far gate up there, so and then the car is parked. To get to the other peg on the other side of the bridge, you just cross over and go down the side of the bridge there, and that'll take you to the other pegs, which we'll have a look at when I get the gear in the car and we'll come back. I'm holding the wrong things here. Yeah, so just walking along the side of these cottages now. These are what you've seen from the field when I showed you. I said those houses. So there's traffic lights here for the bridge. So we'll just get on the edge here and you'll see my car. There we go. There's the car parking area. So just before you go down the bank to these traffic lights here, you just, if you're coming in this way, so this is if you come through Carlton Minyard. So you'd come through Carlton Minyard, then just turn on your left. Right, I get my stuff in the car. We'll go and have a look at that other pegs. So we've just crossed the road. Apparently, according to Charlie Farley's vid, Tom's, you don't go over that stile. That's the gate over there for the other side. What you do is walk down the side of the bridge here. It looks like somebody's had a strimmer to cut it back a little bit. Yeah. So go down here. I think this is a gate that maybe Tom struggled with. You can climb over the stile if you wanted to. It only joins up with this here anyway. I don't know why Tom couldn't open that. It's only a sliding bar, but that'd be easier if you've got kit, just to come through that. And obviously remember to shut it behind you. Yeah, that's where you would come fighting through that lot if you're coming across the start down the thingy bit. So yeah, someone's been strimming it, haven't they? I know when Tom came, I think this was all down and you could get under the bridge there, but you struggle now. Yeah, we're not far from RAF bases here, so a few train and planes going over. But it's been trimmed. We're starting to see where you get in at that first peg. Let's have a look. This looks like it's just going right down to the very end. I thought you could basically fish opposite Middlesbrough's pegs, but oh yeah, so this would be peg 2. Let's have a little look, see. Oh, now someone's been busy cutting it out and whatnot. Yeah, this peg definitely will produce chub. I can tell you that from fishing the opposite bank. I'm just trying not to go over. Just hold onto a tree there. Oof. Oop, he's sliding, Barbara. And we're down. I thought I'd seen somebody on Bodders. Pegs there. Yeah, so you can see opposite there, that's Middlesbrough's peg, but also, if I get a little bit further down, see where the bridges in that tree is, they've got a peg there as well. Well, I thought we here at Thirsk had a peg that was right opposite it. I'm just going to try and get down here without going on my arse. It's quite dusty and I can see myself going. Oh, we made it. Yeah. So, you can't see it from here, but in between the bush that's really up close to the bridge and the bush at this side closer to us, this overhanging tree, that is actually Middlesbrough's peg. And I have had my best day both on the float, running a float just above the fast water with maggot, and also on the tip. Oh, but it's a bit hard to fish the tip there because with the pull of the flow, you really just want your Avon top on. Chub will still pull it round. But yeah, one day, my best day, like I said, I think it was 13 or 15 chub. I had out of there in the space of about 6 hours. And I think 6 of those were on the float when I first turned up, just fishing maggot. Then when it quietened down on the maggot, I changed to pellet. But yeah, there's you basically, from this peg, I think you're more or less guaranteed a chub. So maybe he's wanting to try another day. Right. So, from the beautiful River Swale behind us, Skipton Bridge. No, Skipton on Swale, not Skipton as in the other Skipton. Yeah, right. So that's it, guys. Unfortunately, it was a blank. I only intended to do a few. I was just have a quick recce of the stretch anyway. like I said, I'd like to have had natural baits with us, worm and maggot and stuff, but I didn't get time. It's still nice to be out, enjoyed a few hours. So if you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you don't subscribe, get yourself subscribed. Don't forget to hit the notification bell whenever, and then you'll know whenever I upload another video. But basically I do anything outdoors, so a little bit of kayaking, which I'm just learning, a bit of wild camping, budget gear reviews. It's not all budget, but majority is budget gear reviews for camping and fishing. So, and every now and then we'll go away in the caravan and show you around the sites and whatnot. So yeah, anything to do with outdoors, I sort of try and cover it all. So that's it, guys. Until next, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, whatever we're up to, wherever we go, jazz hands. I love you all millions and loads. Bye for now. Mwah!